Hey, this is your girl, Michelle Diva. I am bringing you another episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 13. Greek for the week, child. If you are new here, welcome, y'all. We do reviews here, and it's the Diva Nation. And if you are returning, welcome back. All right now, give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and we will begin. Okay. we getting these reviews out. Oh, last night somebody hit my house. If you ain't see it in another review, last night somebody tried to drive their car through my house. Okay, but my house is brick, so it bounced off. But I did open the door, and it was literally a car that was at my front door. Okay, this is just, hey. It is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, so I got reviews backed up. My computer was not working, so I am going back to my laptop for right now until I find out why my computer's not doing my recordings. Okay, so it is that too. Anyway, so we still moving and grooving, y'all. Okay. Anyway, so Angie invites the girls to Greece for a week. All right. Okay. She let me give her this right here. Okay. So she invites Heather and Mary. I don't know why, just Heather and Mary, to come and learn some words from her her dad and her auntie. I don't know, whoever they were. Okay. So Heather comes in, gives her dad a hug. Heather, come here, boo. You need to comb in your extensions, because you can see the hair up here and you can see the extensions down here. That ain't cute, but you just need to comb them in so it'll blend. Okay. And I can't talk about nobody with no hair because I ain't got none, but I'm just saying, you on TV, I'm not on TV, I'm just on the video. Okay. Now if I start making money like you, then I'll do something with this head. Okay. Anyway, so then Mary got, I don't know why Mary wear gloves with fingers out, but she got her little gloves and fingers out, and they trying to learn new words in Greece. And so I couldn't pronounce none of it, so I don't know. Anyway, so the ladies packed for Greece, and they're in the what's that called? The transport. And so they were like, how big is the island? And they said the island is 76 square feet. And so Heather was like, I don't know the sizes of islands, and just like I don't know the sizes of penis. Okay. Okay, I guess so. I don't, and Lisa was like, I thought you would say something like that. See, I ain't get it. I'm like, why would you say you don't know the size of penises? Okay. I guess she just had to, get that out. Anyway, Heather said, we're going to go get some tattoos. We're going to smoke Greek cigarettes, and we're going to get Greek guys' numbers. Okay. But I guess you was meaning you and Brittany, because everybody else is married. Okay, everybody else is now. We don't know what kind of marriage they got. If it's a good marriage, if it's a bad marriage, if it's an open marriage, if it's a not open marriage, if it's a polyamory, we don't know what marriage they got. But we know that everybody else is married. Everybody else is married. Okay. So they arrive and they got the dinner set up for them, right? Apparently, Angie said they would been traveling for 2 days. Does it take 2 days to get to Greece? Man, I want to travel. I want to travel, but what I don't want is I got to travel first class because this perimenopause and these joints and everything like that, they are not gonna sit in like economy for long periods of time. Now if I can fly and I can lay down with it or something like that, and I can, get my little mask and stuff and, go to sleep and stuff, I can do that. I can do that. But I just can't do sitting like this the whole 2 days and shit like that. I would be stiff as a board, and I don't even know if I can make it. I wouldn't have no fun because they have to get a wheelchair to get me off the plane. No, thank you. So I still want to travel, but I gotta have enough money to like travel like a little more in style than just economy, because I can't travel all that way where I'm like this. Now I can travel to like Vegas and stuff like this, but I can't travel all the way to like Japan and stuff like. No, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, Pam. So, Angie was like, "Well, thank God I had a surgery for my bags under my eyes. Apparently, they can remove or they can break up the fat cells in the bottom of the eye and smooth it out, and so she won't ever have bags under her eyes. And I personally think a lot of ladies on the at that table need that eye surgery too. Okay, whatever that was that they break it up and stuff like that, yeah, they need that eye surgery as well. I ain't mad at it. So Meredith was like, "Well, I like my Botox. I'm not a huge filler fan." Okay, you look good too, Meredith. I'm not mad at it. You my age. You look good too. Shit. And so, why Mary eating with gloves on? Speaking of my age, why Mary eating with gloves on? Anyway, and so Heather was like, well, I think everybody should get fillers if they want. Yes, you would be that, Heather. Okay, why you looking like Madam the puppet from the 70s? Yeah, okay. You would, okay. I think you need to slow down on them fillers, okay? You would. Anyway, so Heather also pulls out her Cartier watch, okay? Because apparently Angie and Lisa was arguing about who had their Cartier watch first. Heather gonna go buy a Cartier watch in the duty free Cartier shop, and so she bought her and Whitney a Cartier watch because it is really cheap in the duty free shop. More so than buying it in America. America raised all kinds of prices. So so she bought the two watches in the duty free shop, and I think I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant because I don't, and then Mary was like in the confessional, she was just like, "Why y'all arguing over Cartier watch? Ain't they grandmama watches?" She was like, "I know we ain't spring chickens, but ain't they grandmama watches?" Yes, they are. It seemed like to me. I don't know. So, but Lisa and Angie arguing over, who had their Porsche first, how many Porsches they had. Lisa was like, "Mine is a 2025 Porsche, and it's the only color in the state." And Angie was like, "I had 5 Porsches, and I had my Cartier watch first. It's a picture of it in 2016. They had a picture of it." Girl, who cares? Who cares? So what? So what? Y'all all paying too much money for all that shit. Shit. All of that shit is a waste of damn money. I'm gonna leave that alone. Lisa in the confessional was like, Angie is a jealous person and she knows what I'm driving because, because she saw me on TV. Lisa, come here, baby. You was only on one season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake until Angie showed her face in season 2. And Angie would have probably showed her face in season 1 too, but I didn't know who Angie was. But I know she showed her face in season 2. Okay, so you only had one season for her to see you with a Porsche with your kids eating fast food. That's why your son went down to Colombia and got real food and got appendicitis. Because all he used to is fast food. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that what you bragging about? Oh, okay. Anyway, the next morning, Lisa in glam and everybody else in breakfast. Ain't nobody, everybody was just like, listen, I ain't got time. So Lisa, like, in the confessional was like, I have glam everywhere I go. And why waste a day of looking ugly? You stupid. Okay. Shut up, bitch. So you feel like you look ugly without makeup? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, that's what I got out of it. So basically, if you don't have no makeup on, you feel like you look ugly. Cause I'm just saying. I was just saying how you felt about yourself. Okay, because obviously the other girls don't feel like they look ugly without makeup because they rolling around chilling. But I think you feel like you look like ugly without makeup. That's why you sitting in the glam chair, and that's why you got glam everywhere you go, because you look ugly without makeup. That's your words, not mine. That's your words, not mine. Okay? Because, I don't never wear makeup. I don't even think makeup enhances me. It could. I don't know. I don't wear it, so I don't know. I don't have time. I'll be honest. I don't have time. I'm lazy. I don't have time. I don't. No, thank you. I put on some lip gloss. I got lip gloss. I got lip gloss. Bath and Body Works. That's it. I don't even have eyelashes or mascara or nothing like that. I don't feel like I need it. Okay. But if you feel like you need it and you ugly, then so be it, baby. Okay. That's your words, not mine though. That's not my words. Anyway, everybody else looks fine without makeup. Everybody came and ate breakfast, everybody got their hair, in their ponytail and stuff like that. Everybody looked fine without makeup. Brahma looked like she had a little hard life, but it's still she didn't look ugly. She had a little hard life a little bit, but she ain't look ugly. She probably could do with some fillers, okay? Because Meredith looked like she looked every day, all day. So, but Meredith like her little Botox and shit like that. So I think, she may get some fillers. Okay. But they go to the Black Sand Beach. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I am ready to explore every country I can find, okay? In my last years of life, because I got more years. I got less years left. Okay, so I done crossed over for 50. So I got less years. So in these last years of life, I'm trying to visit every place I can find. Anyway, so Heather, Meredith tried to talk to Heather in the back of the bus, but Heather is ignoring her. So at the beach, Mary tells Bronwyn and Heather they got bucket shaped faces. Okay. But that means they're brainiacs, okay? Heather said that's a step up from a butterface, and I don't know when she called her a butterfly face, but I do remember when she called you inbred. Okay. That's a step up from that. Okay. That's definitely a step up from that. Definitely a step up from being inbred, being called inbred. Okay. But um so Angie asked Bronwyn, what do you think about the men in Greece? You know, are you Bronwyn, you gonna get some numbers too? And so somebody, I don't know who said it, but she was like, aren't you in an open marriage? Bronwyn was like, no, we're not in an open marriage. We're fine. And so Heather was like, well, are you happy? And Bronwyn was like, I'm super happy. Okay, I'm super happy. And Heather in the confessional was like, well, last time I checked, Todd was caught looking at some pictures and on his iPad and stuff. And now he was sleeping at a hotel. And now you fine and happy and monogamous. She was like, I don't know I don't understand. And Whitney in the confessional, like, you put that stuff out there, okay? Now she backpedaling. But Mary is the only one who said it at the table and said, hey, Bronwyn, if you put this shit out, she ain't say shit, okay? Let me go back, because we ain't talking about Mary, okay? If you put it out there, Bronwyn, and you can't pretend that you don't know what people are saying, okay? So we're gonna say it again, you know, in Tisha talk. Listen, hey, Bronwyn, you can't be putting the shit out there and taking it back and backpedaling and shit like that, and backpedaling and pussy popping, you know. Shout out to Funky Dineve, okay? You can't do that. You said that he went to the hotel, okay? You said that, but because he went to the hotel, that don't mean they separated. That mean they needed a couple nights off. That don't mean they legally separated. So I think that y'all jumping the gun on Bronwyn. That, you know, apparently they are separated now. Okay, she confessed that in the reunion. But you know, at this time, you know, she just had them go to the hotel, you know, so they can cool off. You know how they do when they fight, like they fight on reality show. They take the one person to the hotel, and the other person got to stay there. That's what Brown did. He had to go to the hotel. And so they could then he can come back and they can talk about it. That's what Bronwyn did. Okay. But Bronwyn, you can't bring the shit up and not expect people not to talk about it, okay? Okay, Bronwyn. For your future reference, you can't bring the shit up and think that ain't nobody gonna talk about it. But Meredith said, you know, she said, I've been there. Okay, I've been there. They didn't talk about my marriage all day long and twice on Sunday because you really not married because Seth got a family in Columbus, Ohio. Meredith, allegedly, because I don't know if he got a family in Columbus, Ohio, but I think he got a family in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, go Bucks. Okay, I think he got a family in Columbus, Ohio. Why he always there? He only come when y'all filming. But you only come when you filming too. You live in New York, so I don't know shit. Fuck this shit. Anyway. But she said, I've been there, and she said, and this will not be the end of it. Okay, so they're going to bring it up again is basically what Meredith's saying. They're going to bring it up again. She said, that's been my experience. Yeah, it is. And I heard you left the show, but I I don't think that nobody can confirm that though. But you ain't bring shit anyway, so it wasn't no big deal. So they get back to the resort. They get ready for dinner. Then they supposed to shop, and then they supposed to go to dinner. Heather visits Mary in the room, and she was like, Meredith wants to talk in private, but she wants to talk about it with the group. And Mary was like, well, you need to be direct and straight to the point and tell her how you feel. And she said, because she listens to you. And Mary in the confessional said, listen, I was raised to be honest and tell people how I really feel. And she was just like, and not worry about other people feeling. And she said, "Oop, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I ain't mean to say that." Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And this the guy's on the truth. If you're a friend, you gonna tell them how you really feel, and either they gonna like it or they ain't gonna like it. But if you real friends, y'all gonna talk about it and y'all gonna get over it. Okay? But hey, whatever. So they get ready for dinner, and they supposed to be walking before dinner. Okay? I don't know what Brian was spilled on her shirt. Okay? But she had something spilled on her shirt. But Lisa is getting her makeup done. So they leave Lisa because she got to go to glam because, she feel like she ugly. She ugly without makeup. That's her words, not mine. Okay? She ugly without makeup. So she got to get glam before she walk out the door. Yeah. So they walk on the side of the road. And so they go on the bus, and then the bus leaves them somewhere, and they gotta walk to this building. And so why Whitney bust her ass? Okay.
And right now you can save £50 per person.
Okay. Nothing beats the Jet 2 holiday. Why she bust her ass? Okay. She was just laid out. Man had to pick her up and stuff. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. But anyway, so they go shopping. And the music was beautiful. Okay, when Heather and Whitney and all that, the music was beautiful. Okay. But then when Lisa walking, it's just like the music just stopped. I was like, God damn, what? Why they do Lisa like that? Cause she behind everybody. Okay, so she walking by herself, but all the music was all beautiful and stuff playing while they walking and stuff, and then all of a sudden, okay, music just shut off, and then they show Lisa trying to find everybody, because she lost because she was getting her makeup done. Now she, according to her, beautiful now. Okay, whatever, whatever. Anyway, so Meredith, Bronwyn, and Mary are shopping. They got to split up because they got to talk about each other. Okay, so Meredith and Mary and Bronwyn are shopping, and Bronwyn, yeah. So like I said, I put it in there so Meredith can talk about Heather. Meredith said Heather called me. No, she said I tried to call Heather, but she didn't return my calls. And then I tried to say something to her today, and nothing. And so Mary was like, "Well, you and her are both hurt, and y'all not getting past it." So then Lisa meets up with Whitney, Brittany, and Angie and Heather. And then they go to and so both of the groups meet, and they go through this restaurant at the top of the stairs. I mean, literally, they hiking up these stairs. Okay, I was like, I would have to take a breath, honey. But anyway, they hiking up these stairs, and then Mary was like, "Is that it? We walked all these stairs for this damn table." Holler! I was laughing. I had to rewind that shit. She said, "We walked up these well, not these damn stairs, but all these stairs for this table." And the table did look empty, but they can't really. I mean, ain't nobody trying to bring up a bunch of flowers and decorations and shit like that if you had to come up all them damn stairs. They barely got the plates up there, so you gotta give them some grace. You gotta give them some grace. They barely got the plates upstairs. So Meredith brought a gift at the shopping the store. She bought her a little necklace. Okay, and so Brahma said it's a peace offering, and Mary said it's a peace offering. And so Mary said, "Well, Meredith and Heather, you guys okay? You should talk." And Heather was like, "Well, I love my necklace. I got my necklace, which I love." She was like, "But I don't know if it's a peace offering." So Meredith got mad. She was just like, "Well, you seem sort of tense, so I brought it as a peace offering. If you don't think it's nice, then don't keep it. I'm just trying to be nice." I said, "Damn." Okay, Meredith, tell how you really feel. Heather was like, "I'm not rejecting the gift, but we just need to talk about it." Meredith was like, "I don't want to talk in front of this group." And so Heather was like, "Well, you rejected my friendship and my loyalty." And Meredith was like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." And so she said, "I apologize and you apologize, but we're still bringing it up." And so Heather was like, "You choose to ignore the bigger thing that you know about it. You choose this TikTok to end the friendship over. That's selective outrage." And so Brittany was like, "Well, the TikTok was about her marriage." And so Meredith was like, "I don't agree." I mean, Meredith was dry as shit. I was like, "Oh, I think it is your time to move on." Because I think she over all these little conflicts, okay, and you can't bait Meredith, Heather. You want to bait Meredith, but you can't. You can't. I think she tired. I think she tired. But it's only some more episodes, so you may be able to bait her, but right now you can't bait her right now. So, but then Lisa chimes in. "Heather, well, you hurt my feelings the other day, what you said." And she said, "I feel like you did it for the show, and and so I will treat Lisa like shit." And she started to cry.
"Stop fucking crying, bitch! Where? I don't want to fucking hear it."
"I don't want to fucking hear it, Lisa. You cry. You try to cry every episode, okay?" Anyway, so then, but all the ladies get emotional at the table. Whitney crying, talking about all our friends are fighting for what you did. Brittany in the confessional was like, Meredith owes Whitney and Heather apology just as much as she does me because she called them a liar as well. Meredith is in the confessional saying Whitney is the problem. She is stirring the pot, and we give her a pass because she always in some healing journey. I said that is true. I don't think we give her a pass, but she is always in some healing journey. So, and then Meredith was like, well, everybody at this table probably did something much worse than me. So that was it. I just think Meredith is over with. Is over it. But I still want to see the footage of her cussing Brittany out. I do. I really do. And if anybody else want to see the footage, let me know. Okay. But anyway, give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.